Hi everybody, this is Carol Ann. I am about to show you a trick I learned. I am a rather short lady, uh, rather large. I tend to wear sizes that fit me, but I end up having a problem with sleeves and pant legs being too long. I found a solution for some of my sleeves. This wouldn't work for everything, and if you wanted to go out somewhere and look nice, you might not want to do this. But when you're at home and you're working around and doing things where you're having your hands in water, cooking with your sleeves and arm going across the food preparation location, anything like that, they can get in the way. Um, and some sleeves just aren't made to roll up and stay there. So, for instance, this top I'm wearing today, it's a nice light pink, simple knit long sleeve top. And it was bothering me, the long sleeves. So, um, I came up with a method to roll the sleeves where they stay put. And I'm going to show you what I did just in case you need to do the same trick. Now, I'm also a retired nurse, and back in the day, we used a product that I think we called stockinette, but I'm not sure. It's elasticized cloth that would come in a roll, and you could cut uh, specific lengths, short or longer, depending on what you needed it for. We used it sometimes underneath, say, a cast or another piece of hardware that was going to be rubbing against someone's skin, and you wanted it to reduce the friction and give them something a little softer, more comfortable. I happen to have a foot boot on right now, a walking boot, due to an injury, and I can use this actually underneath that to keep that thing from rubbing against my skin. It has more or less a cloth cushioned inner lining, but that stockinette just, it's more comfortable to me, so I do use it. In the wintertime, it helps keep my leg and toes warm because the boot's not exactly meant for warmth. So, anyway, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take what I did uh, out of my sleeve and show you, and then I'll show you and explain, how I created it and what I come up with. So when I first started thinking about it, I kept thinking I need a rubber band or a hair band or something like that, elasticized, that would hold my sleeve up. But I didn't want anything that tight or narrow, skinny little, band, because that could be uncomfortable also. So I remembered I had this in my closet from a prior time when I had needed it. So I thought, I wonder if I could use that somehow. So I got it out and I cut a piece about that long. That is about 4 inches long. Like I said, it comes in a roll. It's like a big tubular dressing, and you just cut the length you need. So I cut about 4 inches, and I then roll it so that I roll it and fold it more or less, and it ends up being in thirds. So here's the first roll. Yeah, it wasn't wide enough. I like for it to end up being about 1.5 inches wide. Let's see here. There we go. And then like that. So there's my approximate 1.5 inch wide band. Now, one other thing. I don't sew. I don't even have a sewing machine. So whatever I do, it has to just work without needle and thread. So here's my band. I'm going to put it on top of my sleeve toward the end. And then straighten that out a little bit. Just fold my sleeve up over that. And as you can see, it's not too snug. I can put several fingers under it with no trouble, but it's snug enough that is not going to fall down on my hand when I'm finished with this. So I roll my sleeve up And then I do it again. Just like that. Very simple. Practical. I have 2 sleeves. I did it with both. And it works. So now, when I'm eating, cooking, doing whatever I have to do, I have a sleeve that does not touch. It doesn't get wet in the water. It doesn't fall into my food. Ta-da! And it works. And I've used this in multiple shirts. I have quite a few long sleeve shirts that I'm wearing in the wintertime because it's chilly. And most of them are like this. Even the ones with their own little band around the bottom, half the time, they're too long. And if I roll them up, they don't stay. So this stuff has come in handy. So I thought, well, if it helps me, maybe it'll help someone else. If you're one of those people, you're welcome. And God bless you. Have a wonderful evening.